In today's video, we'll talk about the various organizations that can benefit from having a Billit account and the scenarios that they might encounter that can be managed with Billit. Now, Billit can be used by different organizations in different ways, but in these examples, we'll show how two types of organizations can use it: healthcare practices and billing agencies. If you're only interested in the billing agency demonstration, you can skip to the timestamp on the screen now. To start off, we'll first show the scenarios for use of Billit within a healthcare practice, and how different types of employees can use Billit in different ways in order to always successfully intake a patient's information. So to demonstrate, we are now in the Billit interface, and let's say that we are either a front desk worker that is given this insurance card by a patient, or that we're a biller, and this is the insurance card that belongs to the patient we are billing our services for. First and foremost, we need to check to see if we are logged into the right location so we know we get the right information. We can do that from the top right section of the Billit build by looking under current location. As you can see, we have two example locations, but in this instance, we'll be using example location 1. Alright, so in this example, let's say we already know the name of the card's plan. Luckily, this allows us to just skip a step and use the advanced search feature to search for that insurance plan's name. In our case, let's say it's Federal Employees. We will then get a result and click on it. And then we are promptly given instructions as both a front desk worker and a biller. The front desk worker gets instructions on how to intake and process a patient with this plan. And just below that are the instructions for billers on how to bill and collect from this insurance plan. And just below that are two insurance cards that are used for this plan. And at the very top are answers to common questions that might be encountered for this specific plan, such as if freesia is allowed and if a referral is required. We can set these to whatever we want, both value and title. And just like that, we're done with that example. But let's take it up a notch and say that we're either front desk or billing staff and we come across the same insurance card as before, but let's say we don't recognize the insurance card and don't know what insurance plan it belongs to. So, instead of searching for the plan's name, we instead go through Billit's built-in insurance card identification guide. So to start off, we'll select the insurance card name from the sidebar that we see on the insurance card, which is Care First. Next, we'll select Blue Cross Blue Shield, since that's also a title that we saw on the insurance card. Now, to the right of the sidebar is a text field that is a list of suggestions of what choice to pick next from the sidebar. Since none of them apply to us, and we know the insurance card states Federal Employees Program, we can just select that. But in more difficult scenarios, we can use these suggestions as a guide to reach the correct insurance plan for the card we are dealing with. And just like that, we reach the same endpoint as previously, and we get the same instructions for the same types of employees. And once again, we're done. So that shows how easy Billit is to use as a healthcare practice, but what about as a billing agency? It's the same basic principles, but some core features are just reworded for a billing agency's usage. So let's dive into that usage. First and foremost, we will again check to see if we are looking at the right client, so we know we are looking at the relevant billing information. Your different clients will accept different insurances and have different billing instructions, so it's best to make sure you're looking at the right one before anything. You can do that at the top right section here. In our case, we want to be looking at example client 1 out of the 2 example clients on this Billit account. Once clicking it, we will receive a list of carriers on the sidebar that this client recognizes and accepts. Alright, so suppose I'm a collector for a medical billing agency, and I'm doing a collection routine for one of the many healthcare practice clients that my billing agency has. And let's say the information that I receive from this particular practice about patients to collect from are just their insurance cards and the procedures that the patients receive. So to start off, for example's sake, let's say we have been given this card by the practice for one of their patients to collect from, along with the information that they got a checkup procedure. Now, like in the practice demonstration, let's say we already recognize this insurance card's plan and know it by name. Once again, we will just go to Advanced Search and search for the plan's name. In our case, let's say it's Aetna's Better Health Program. We will then get a result and click it. We are then given instructions as a biller on how to price a patient's procedure. Like, since we had checkup, this is how we would price that patient with a checkup, and where to send the collection requests to, as listed here. Just below that is a sample card for this insurance plan, and at the very top of the page are yes or no answers to common questions about this plan, which we can change to whatever we want, both the title and the yes or no value. Once again, we are already done with that example. Taking it up a notch again, let's say we're billing a patient who has the same Aetna insurance card, but we once again don't recognize the plan the card belongs to. So, instead of searching for our plan's name, we will again go through Billit's built-in insurance card identification tool. So to start off, we'll select the insurance carrier name that we see on the insurance card, which is Aetna. We will then proceed to Aetna. Now, to the right of the sidebar is a list of suggestions for what choice to pick next. Since none of them apply to us and we already know the insurance card states Better Health on it, we can just select that option, and then reach the instructions as we did when using the search method. Easy and efficient. Thanks for watching this demonstration of Billit. If you like what you saw, feel free to visit our site at www.getbillit.com and try the demo for yourself instantly and free of charge. And feel free to sign up.